oh my gosh, the dog is barking, I'm at my friend's house, the door is right there, this is the only place I can find to do it that's okay, that will fit my lights and everything. So yeah, every time someone bangs the door outside, Freya barks. So apologies. Hi lovelies, I hope you're well and welcome to today's video. Today is about Freya barking and about 5 tips, 5 tips for getting out the way with law of attraction. So here we go. Number 1, people. Don't talk to negative people. Okay, right. So obviously you can't totally avoid negative people. Okay, so you're at work, there's that person, isn't there? Everyone has it. That person who's always negative, counting down to their next holiday. You know, they hate being there. They tell everyone they hate being there, etc. You know, we've all got them, haven't we? Right. So I'm not necessarily talking about that. We can't avoid that. But you know, you've got that friend that you keep calling them, you keep communicating with them, even though they drag you down and they make you feel like, oh, when you come off the phone to them or when you finish seeing them. Doesn't mean you shouldn't see them anymore. Of course not. Okay, friendships are important. You might really love this person and that's fine. But limit how much time you're spending with them and look at other people in your life. Who could you spend more time with that's going to make you feel uplifted, empowered? You know, so choose the people that you spend time with. Why? Okay, the second point is you need to tell yourself, note to yourself and be aware of the things that are happening for you. Okay, so for example, I had a law of attraction coach many years ago. It is about 10 years ago now. What I actually did was I had to write in it morning and night, and I had to observe what was working for me. Where had I seen the law of attraction at work? You know, where had I seen that I was manifesting, you know, like Louise Hay calls it on her video, the green lights in parking places, you know? So where have you manifested things? Just the small things even, but keep a notebook, keep a journal or a log of the things that have manifested for you, that have worked for you, where you have seen the law of attraction at work in your life, because that is going to help you to know that it's working. It's going to build your belief, and what you believe is what happens. So you need to build your belief muscle with the law of attraction. So it's about practicing, it's about awareness. And the other thing is that as you become more aware of how the law of attraction works in your life, you will start to see patterns. You will start to understand, oh, hang on, this action over here that I'm being called to is for me, you know, so it helps you to recognize how it's working in your life as well. So keep some sort of journal or some sort of list of how it's already working for you. Right, the third point is kind of like the opposite of the first point. Gather with positive people. Okay, now, for example, for me, a lot of my life, the people around me, my family, my friends, my work colleagues are not at all interested in empowerment and in sort of raising vibration. They're not particularly interested in the spiritual stuff or the self-help movement or the new earth and da-da-da-da. They're not interested in any of the things I am, okay? So pretty much my entire friend base in terms of the positivity is virtual. So it comes from Instagram, from Facebook, from talking to you guys on the comments, from reading your comments, from watching other people's vlogs and other people's videos on here, and also from watching videos, different spiritual self-help people, transformational people, yeah, and just feeling like part of the community that way. So it doesn't have to be real people. I mean, obviously it's great if you have got some real friends that are like that, but if you haven't, it's no problem. It's not the end of the world. You can get that by watching videos and being part of the community, the virtual community. So gather with positive people. Point number 3. Okay, this one, number 4, is a big one. Okay, this is massive. You need to audit your self-talk. Listen to the way you talk to yourself about the world, about the way things are. How often do you say it's not fair in your head? How often do you say, oh, you're being stupid or whatever? You know, listen to your self-talk. That can be literally how you talk out loud to yourself, comments you make, the way you talk about the world, being judgmental, but also inside more than anything. You know, you can't expect to stop saying, if you always say whenever you do anything wrong, oh, I'm so stupid, you're not going to suddenly change that, but you can be aware of it. You can start to make some changes, lovelies, that's all. And it can, the thing I think, guys, you really need to understand when it comes to law of attraction and getting out of the way is that you only need to make a subtle, tiny change, okay? Because a subtle, tiny change in 1 hour becomes 24 hours in a day, and then it multiplies over each day, okay? So it might be the tiniest change, but because you're making that tiny change every hour of every day for a week or 2 weeks, that becomes a massive change, okay? So just be aware of your internal self-talk, how you talk about yourself, how you think about yourself, how you think about the world, because that is one of the major things, the ways that we get in our own way, because we don't realize how we're talking about ourselves and the world. And often we are giving out the signal that we don't deserve it. I'm stupid, I'm useless, I can't have what I want, I don't deserve it is a big one, yeah? I'm too fat, I'm too stupid, I'm too whatever, yeah? We tell ourselves these things. So watch out for what it is that you're telling yourself that's potentially getting in your own way. I love number 5 because this is so true. For me, I notice a massive difference, or have noticed a massive difference, and that is look at your home, your bedroom, your dorm room, whatever. Look at your car if you have one. You know, any personal space. You might have an office, you might have a cubicle, you know, you might have a classroom if you're a teacher, you know, and look at the spaces that you occupy, whether they are rooms, they are houses, they are cars, they are whatever they are, yeah? Look at the space you occupy. Is it a mess? Is it cluttered? Is it loved? Is it clean? You know, because the way that your car looks, for example, or the way that your room looks, is an indication of your internal state, and it's also an indication of what you're looking for, etc. So if your room, your bedroom is cluttered and dirty and unkept and unkempt, you know, that's what you're saying you want in your life. You know, it's kind of like everything you do, everything you are, everything you express is coming back to you. So, you know, you've got to appreciate, love, and take care of what you have, and also show that you are organized, that you are ready, that you are in control of your environment, you know, and that you take pride in your environment. Because really dealing with clutter and getting organized and having somewhere that's clean and fresh to be in, it changes your state as well. So not only is it literally giving out its own vibration, but it changes your state. If your car is clean and smells good and is well looked after, you're going to get in it, you're going to feel calmer, you're going to feel more open, you're going to feel happier, yeah? So it has, to be honest, at this point I could talk about for a whole video because it's so important. It has so many different benefits, you know, and it affects so many different things. But all you need to know is one of the big tips, tip number 5 for getting out of the way when it comes to manifesting something with law of attraction, is declutter and organize the spaces that you occupy, because that is going to be a big one. I am naturally a disorganized person. No more, my friends. My spaces are largely clutter-free and I take good care of them, and it has had and continues to have a massive effect on me. So I would highly recommend tip number 5. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's tips for 5 tips for getting out of your way when it comes to law of attraction. I hope you found them helpful. Please subscribe, please like the video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next video.